One sec. Hello, guys and girls, and welcome back to a brand new video today for Match Prediction Weekly. Match Week 27. Honestly, there is FA Cup games, FA Cup Round 3, and we've got League 1 and League 2. I've got myself here today, Alex Duncan, and I've got Graeme. Graeme, what's your second name? I can't remember it.
Hickey is in like the left bite.
Who is also a Tranmere fan, so hopefully you guys enjoy the video today. Obviously, we haven't really got any people watching just as yet, but yeah, we'll probably get people in. But yeah, hello Tyler, how are you? So this is Graeme, he's a Tranmere fan. How long have you been a Tranmere fan for now?
Well, I'm 39 and I've been since I was 4, so 35 years.
Just one question before we start. All-time favourite game?
Oh, I'm going to go a bit different from many other people. I'm going to go for when we won 2-1 away at West Brom in 1st of January 1997. And we hadn't won many away games. And Danny Coyne got injured. Dave Higgins went in goal when we were 1-0 down. We ended up winning 2-1 through 2 John Aldridge goals. That was
Higgins any good in goal?
He was brilliant. That's why I've got a big flag now that says you'll never beat Dave Higgins. He had a stormer. I'll pop his saves on Twitter tomorrow for you so you can have a look.
Is that your bed with is that Tranmere?
It is. It's one of the what do you call it? Towels that they sold in the club shop a while ago. And it's the old kit. So I put it on there because my bed's an absolute mess.
That looks pretty good. But yeah, obviously we'll talk about Tranmere in a bit. Honestly, we've got the FA Cup games, which are today. We'll talk more about that later. I'm guessing he's probably got a few things he would want to say. I'd want to say things. So we're going to get on with the video. Obviously, we're going to go from FA Cup to League 1, then to League 2. So, obviously, the first game who is it?
We've got Palace-Everton tonight.
Palace-Everton. What's your thoughts on your prediction for the game?
I'm going to go for a 2-1 Everton win, I think. I've seen the teams they've put out. They've both put reasonably strong sides out with a few of the people who have been on the bench recently. You see Coleman's back in for Everton and they've got their reserve keeper in. But, apart from the last couple of games, Everton have had a bit of form. Palace, you never know what Palace is going to turn up. It's the FA Cup. Yeah, both teams are on a decent run in this, are taking it seriously. So, yeah, I think Everton could do this, but I wouldn't be surprised whatever way it goes.
I'm going to go different to you. I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Palace because Palace will need to get back to winning ways. Obviously, I think they won that last week. Won that game last week. And for me, I do think they will just get back to winning ways and they'll get a 2-1 win against Everton today. So that is what I'm saying. And yours is a 2-1 Everton. So going into Friday's game, sorry. We've got Brentford versus Wolves. Brentford have not been on good run of form. Obviously, they've got the striker back now, isn't he?
Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney is back. I was saying, Brentford have not been great in the last few games. Wolves have been really good. And for me, it has to be a one team that wins. Honestly, they did play against each other a few weeks ago, and Wolves absolutely demolished them. And for me, I'm going to say a 3-0 win for Wolves.
Yeah, I can't see. Right, I can see anything can happen in the FA Cup, but with Wolves, like you say, the form they're on at the moment, Brentford are in such a precarious position that they're going to have to concentrate on the league, I think. So if anyone's going to put a weakened side, that would be Brentford rather than Wolves, I think. So, yeah, Wolves 2-0.
Okay, yeah, so 3-0. We've got Fulham, Rotherham tomorrow. What are we thinking? I think Fulham don't normally do well in them cup games, but I think Fulham would just about nick it. I would say 2-1 Fulham win.
I'm gonna there's going to be a shock somewhere. And like you say, Fulham, they often don't take the cup massively seriously, although they're doing well in the League Cup. And they'll probably be concentrating on that. But you never know. There's always a team that puts up a fight, and Rotherham are struggling at the wrong end in the Championship. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 Rotherham win. I'm going to really stick my neck out and go for that, I think.
Now, next one is Tottenham versus Burnley. For me, Burnley haven't really progressed as much as what they wanted to do in the league, but they haven't been great. But Spurs, they haven't been great themselves, but obviously they've been winning games and they are in the top half of the table, which is good for them. For me, I think this will be a close game, but I'm going to say a 2-0 win for Spurs.
Yeah, I can't look too much past a Tottenham win. Burnley are going to really need to concentrate in the league. I think they're staying in the Premier League is their main thing. I think one of the issues with Burnley is they only play one way, and that's to try and play attractive football. And if you haven't got the players to do it, then it's a bit of a struggle. So I'm going to go for a 4-0 Tottenham win.
Fair enough. Right, going into Saturday's games, we'll do FA Cup, and then so the games. First game on Saturday is Wimbledon versus Ipswich. Ipswich don't always do well in cup games. They really don't. But they are second in the league. They've been great this year. But can they get a win at Wimbledon? Wimbledon's a tough place to go because obviously Tranmere have been there. We absolutely got battered. So what are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, this is one of the ones I can see being a score draw. I'm thinking 1-1 on this one. I can see Wimbledon playing up to it, being the cup spirit in there. Ipswich maybe taking a foot off the gas a little bit. So I'm thinking 1-1 in this one.
I'm going 2-2. 2-2. I think it'll be a good game. Next one is another half-12 game. It's Coventry versus Oxford United. For me, I think this could be a difficult game for both teams because Oxford are doing really well in their league, but Coventry, they've been hit and miss in form. What are you thinking?
Yeah, they're both. I was looking a bit at the form table. So, yeah, Oxford have had a bit up and down recently. Before Liam Manning went to Bristol City, they were on fire. But again, the FA Cup, isn't it? I'm going for a 2-1 Oxford win. I think they could put a little bit of a shock on Coventry.
I'm going to say this. I don't normally do these, but I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Next one, Maidstone United versus Stevenage. Now this could be a shock, and for me, I'm saying that it will be a shock. A 2-1 win for Maidstone against Stevenage, because Stevenage are getting so lucky. They got a lucky win against Tranmere, and then they got a lucky win against Port Vale. They can't keep doing it the easy way, or they keep doing it the easy way. And scoring near the end. But for me, I think they'll get beat.
Yeah, I can see that happening actually by just looking at the form of Maidstone. They've had a bit of apart from they had a win against their local rivals on New Year's Day, Tonbridge, over down in Kent. This got shock written all over, hasn't it? A team out of form in a lower league that could do it. So yeah, I'm gonna for 3-2 Maidstone. I think there'll be a few goals in this one.
That'll be a cracker. Next, Millwall Leicester. I can see this being an easy win for Leicester. 4-0.
You go 4-0 Leicester. I'm thinking Leicester might put a pretty weak inside out, although they are flying with it at the top of the league.
Yeah.
And Millwall. Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna go not quite the opposite and go 4-0 Millwall, but I'm gonna go 2-1 Millwall.
Okay, next. Now, this is the exciting one. And it's at 12:45. Sunderland, Newcastle.
Cracker, isn't it?
For a 12:45 game, mate, that is a cracker. And I will be watching that game because I'm not doing Barrow.
Yeah, that's... what are your thoughts on this one then?
My thoughts. I can see Sunderland winning this comfortable because Newcastle have not been great in their last few games. Getting beat by getting knocked out of the Champions League, getting beat by the likes of Forest. And for me, I'm going to go. This is going to be a crazy scoreline. I'm going to go 3-1 Sunderland. Because Sunderland are flying. They've been great this year. They've been good this season. I'm going to say a 3-1 win to Sunderland.
Yeah, I really hope it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a cracking match. You're going to think both teams are going to be right up for it, going
You're
for it.
Watch it.
Yeah, I hopefully will be. I'm traveling across the country to get a new car this weekend, so hopefully I'll be doing it in time to have a watch of this. But have you seen what Sunderland have done for the Newcastle fans? They've where the bar they're going in, they've made it all nice and posh for them. They've made it all welcome Newcastle fans, black and white written everywhere and stuff. But
it's pretty cool.
I'm thinking it'll be an exciting score draw with a last minute equaliser for one of the sides. I'm going for 2-2. I'm going to go for a 2-2 in this one. I think it's.
Do you remember the last few years that Alan Shearer did score? I think he scored the last minute, or was it something like that? It was carnage. So going into the next one is Blackburn Cambridge. Like I've said, Blackburn. Cambridge actually beat Newcastle last season. But can they beat Blackburn away from him? And for me, I'm going to go for another shock. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Cambridge win at Blackburn.
They're on a horrendous run of form, aren't they, Blackburn, at the moment? So I could see that. But I'm going to think they might be looking for a confidence boost. They'll put a strong side out. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Blackburn win.
Okay. Next one, Gillingham, Sheffield United. Gillingham they've been hitting form, but they haven't. I think they got their win last weekend, and Sheffield United, they're just they're mediocre. But for me, I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, I'm thinking draw as well. I'm going for 1-1 on this one. It's even though it's a League Two side versus Premiership, it's not that most exciting of draws.
It doesn't look a good game, does it? So
no. Yeah.
Next one, Hull City Birmingham. Wayne Rooney getting the sack. For me, I think it's going to be an easy win for Hull. 2-0 Hull.
I'm going to go the other way. I think Birmingham might revert back to how they were playing before Rooney came in. I think it seemed to be working so well for them, and they might be on a bit of a. You've got players trying to play out their skin for the potential new manager. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Birmingham.
Okay. Next one is Newport County versus Eastleigh. From over the last few years ago, I actually went to an Eastleigh game, and that was against Crewe at Crewe, and I was in the away end, and Eastleigh won the game. They won 1-0. They scored a penalty. Their keeper got sent off, and the fans ran on the pitch, and I ran on the pitch because I was in the Eastleigh end. It's because we weren't playing. I just thought, yeah, why not just do it? Because I thought it'd be a laugh, so that's what I did.
Fantastic.
Your prediction? Oh yeah, my prediction. Oh, do you know what? 1-0 Eastleigh at Newport.
What are you going 1-0? It's gonna. It looks like there should be goal. If you look at Eastleigh, their last few games, 4-4. They won and 4-1, 2-1, 3-5, and 2-2, and they lost on penalties. So there's good, and Newport there's at least 2 goals in every single one of their last few games as well. So going to be goals. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Newport win.
Interesting. Next one, Norwich versus Bristol Rovers. Graeme?
Bristol Rovers is my local side from here. It's about 3 miles away they are from where I currently sit. And they always seem to take the cup very seriously. I know Norwich had a half-decent result against holding Southampton to a draw, but they're up and down again. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Bristol Rovers win.
Do you know what? I'm going to say 1-0 Bristol Rovers as well, because that's what I was thinking anyway. Next one, Plymouth Sutton. I'm going to go for a big score, 5-0 Plymouth.
Yeah, that sound. Yeah, Sutton.
Sutton
Not
are
looking
not
brilliant.
great.
No, and it looks like they're gonna. Harry Smith looks like he's going to Forest Green as well.
Is he?
Yeah, that's the local stories down here in down Gloucestershire sort of way are that Forest Green in for him, and Dale Vince has pretty much said as much. Not Troy Deeney probably has said as much, and that their director of football or whoever's looking into getting him in, and he's saying how much of a good player he is. So it looks like they could be losing him. But yeah, I'm going to go for a more conservative 2-0 Plymouth win.
Did you hear about a few years, I think it was last year or the year before, that we were in talks with that Harry Smith?
Is that before? Did he go to Leighton Orient in the end, isn't he? Is that him?
Yeah, he was at Leighton Orient.
Yeah, and he scored a fair few there, didn't
he? Yeah. So what was your prediction? You said Plymouth?
2-0 Plymouth. 2-0.
Okay, QPR, Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been on good run of form. They've been fantastic in the league. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Bournemouth.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 QPR win. I think it'll be 1-0 and then QPR will get a late goal because Bournemouth will be thinking we don't want to replay.
Okay. Southampton, Walsall, 3-0 Southampton. Oh, no, actually, I would say 3-1. 3-1 Southampton.
I'm going to go 2-0 Southampton. Okay. That one.
Stoke City, Brighton.
That's Stoke are a funny side, aren't they? They always feel like they should do well. They're big spenders, but they.
I'm going to go 1-1.
I think, it looks like I'm going to do what you've done twice. So I'm going to go for a 0-0.
Interesting. Watford, Chesterfield. Obviously, 4 years ago today, Tranmere was at Watford and we got a 3-3 draw. I was at the game. It was fantastic. And I'm going to say the same again. I'm going to say Watford 3, Chesterfield 4.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think it'll be as exciting as 1-1 draws get. I think I'm going to go for 1-1.
Chelsea, Preston. 2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea. It looks like you can't see much past Chelsea on that one.
Sheffield. Sorry. Middlesbrough, Villa. I'm going to go 2-1 Middlesbrough.
Oh. Yeah, no, Middlesbrough, another one. You're never quite sure who's going to turn up for them. Michael Carrick. They still got Michael Carrick, haven't they? He was on fire last year. Bit of a shaky start this year. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Villa.
Sheffield Wednesday versus Cardiff. This game does not interest me one bit. I'm just going to go 0-0. It does not interest me one bit.
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday team that they've got a couple of results, but apart from that, they haven't invested in the squad at all. Have they? It's been pretty dire. Cardiff, never excite me too much. So yeah, I'm not overly enthralled by this one. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Swansea, Morecambe. I'm going to go 2-1 Swansea.
I'm going to go 4-0 Swansea.
Okay. So going into Sunday games now. Jesus Christ, there's a few. Right, okay. Luton, Bolton. I'm going to say it. 4-1 Luton.
I hope you're right. I'd never like to see Bolton win.
Yeah,
so
I can't stand them.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Luton win.
Okay. Man City, Huddersfield. I'm going to go 4-0 City.
Yeah, I'll go 3-0 City. It should be whatever team City put out should
Right.
be good enough.
Now we're talking. Nottingham Forest versus Blackpool. Is Abdi going to be playing in this game, or is he going to be at Tranmere on Saturday?
That is a question, isn't it? Hopefully, he's nowhere near a tangerine shirt for the rest of his career, and he's looking at one of ours. But yeah, what's your
just a question? Do you think he'll be there on Saturday at Tranmere?
I don't know if he'll be at the game. I'm really 50-50. I don't know. What do you think?
I won't, right, because I don't think Atkins really said much about if Abdi's going to be coming back. It's a 50-50 for me, and I don't know. But for me, I think Forest will win this game 3-0.
You're going for 3? Yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw. Actually, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw, and hopefully there's no actor in the starting lineup or on the bench for Blackpool.
So Peterborough United versus Leeds. I think this would be a cracker. I'm going to go 3-2 Leeds.
I'm going to go 2-1 Peterborough. There should be goals in it. It's all, yeah, that looks like an half-decent game, that. 2-1 Peterborough.
Shrewsbury Wrexham. Can't stand Wrexham. 2-1 Shrewsbury.
That should be a cracking game. They haven't played this fixture for, I think it's the first time Wrexham have been to Shrewsbury's new ground. So it should be, this is, we used to be one of the ding-dong derbies, remember? When I used to live in Chester, it was obviously Chester versus Wrexham, and you always heard about Shrewsbury Wrexham as well. So I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I'm going for another Desmond, 2-2.
Okay. West Brom, Aldershot have shocked a few teams in the FA Cup so far. Are we going to see another shock for this game?
No. I think West Brom have got enough in the tank. But saying that, they do have a rather thin squad. They've got a lot of players who either come to the end of their career or are young. So they'll be concentrating in the league. They'll think they probably got something in the bag. But I think they'll just about get through. I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Brom.
I'll say 3-2 West Brom.
We shall see.
West Ham, Bristol City. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. Yeah,
Bristol City are one of those teams. It's always in our local press here about how much I think they've made £200 million loss over the period of time the chairman's been in. And he also owns a rugby club that makes losses every year. They spend so much, but they never seem to do much better than mid-table. But I could see them doing something here. West Ham have got so many fixtures at the moment coming up with the Europa League. I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Bristol City win.
Okay. Arsenal, Liverpool. I hate Liverpool.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
I'm just going to say it as it is. 0-0.
Yeah. So actually, when the fixtures came out, I wasn't impressed by this one because it's FA Cup third round. They put half a side out each probably. So I'll go 1-1.
Okay. So going into the last game is Wigan Man United. Can Man United, my team that I support United. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for United.
Well, I think looking at Wigan, I think it's going to be a 7-0 Wigan. Nah, not really. Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 United.
That's it, that. Right, so going into League One. Right, so going to League One. Fleetwood Derby.
Yeah, that's interesting. Derby again. They've got probably one of the best squads in that league. Goals galore in their games. They had a great win at Oxford after being 2-0 down, winning 3-2, and then lost 3-2 at home to Peterborough. So you don't know which Derby's going to turn up. Fleetwood just had a pretty torrid time of it. Is Jed Brannan still there? Or is he?
Who?
Jed Brown, the manager. Was it Jed Brown?
No, he's been sacked.
You've been sacked. That's why they got Charlie Adam come in then, I see.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
in there
going
now.
to say 2-0 Derby. 2-0 Derby.
I'm gonna go for 1-1.
Okay. Next one is Burton Albion Wickham. Burton Albion Wickham.
Yeah, Burton probably in just a better bit of form. But I'm gonna go for a 1-0 Burton win.
I'm going to say 1-1. Cheltenham Portsmouth. Portsmouth have been doing okay in the season. I think Portsmouth are like top of the league. I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Portsmouth.
Yeah, I hope you. I'm from Gloucester originally, and being from Gloucester, you naturally get brought up hating Cheltenham. So they're two places next to each other. So I'm going to go for a 6-0 Portsmouth win.
Jeez. Exeter Carlisle. Carlisle have just signed Luke Armstrong, and they signed someone else. I can't remember. Harrison, whatever his name, I don't know. But for me, I'm going to say a 2-0 Exeter win.
Yeah, it's a heck of a journey, that isn't it? Is it the longest trip of the season, isn't it, for this game?
Yes,
Carlisle down to Exeter.
Right, Kev, you want me?
So I'm gonna. Hi, Kev. I'm gonna go for 1-0 Exeter win that one.
1-0 Exeter. Now, Port Vale Charlton. I think this game's going. I think this game's got a 0-0 written all over it.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's got a draw written all over it, doesn't it? They're both on equal points. They're not the highest scorers in the league. I'm going to go 1-1.
Next. Well, we're going into League 2 now.
Yeah.
League 2 is Harrogate Town versus Doncaster.
Nice derby match there, isn't it? Yeah, Harrogate.
I'm going to say 2-2.
Yeah, it depends. If the Harrogate from the first half last week turns up and they can actually finish, they could get some. I'm going to go 2-1 Doncaster. I think Doncaster have got. I think they'll start coming good.
Right. We're going into the team that we support, Barrow Tranmere. So, what are your thoughts on this game? Can you see us getting the 3 points, or?
I can't. From what I would have thought about 2 months ago to what I think now is very different. We just seem to be able to. Well, if we can win,
playing as a team as well, yeah. So
we're playing. So it depends if we haven't got Robbie Apter, how we cope with that. At least we've got Josh Hawkes who can come in, but he is a very different player to Robbie Apter. And if we can carry on where we left off, we've got a reasonable record there recently. I think we could get the 3 points. But do I think we will? I think we'll probably get a draw. I'm going to go for 1-1.
Barrow 1, Tranmere 2.
I hope you're right, Alex. I hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope I'm right. Next game is. Wait, give me a minute. Who's next game? Next game is Bradford Crawley. I think this has got another close game to it. 2-2.
Yeah, that would be a good result for us, I think, if they're both 12th and 13th, just above us. But I think Bradford. I always think Bradford are going to come good at some point. They never seem to at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to go for a Bradford 1-0 win.
Okay. Right. Okay. Mansfield Crew. I'm going to say an easy 3-0 win for Mansfield against Crew. Crew are not great.
I'm going to go 2-1 Mansfield. I think Crew could. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never. But then, yeah, Mansfield, they don't concede many goals. I think they conceded the least in the league.
Right.
But I think Crew might just get one in there. So, yeah, 2-1.
Right. So going into the last two games, this one, it just seems like a boring game. An absolute stinker. Salford City versus Forest Green.
Brilliant. It's
They're both crap. They're both awful.
Again, being from Gloucester, Forest Green was a side just down the road for me who I didn't really like very much. And they're both teams that have been, Salford still a big spender. Forest Green historically have been big spenders, not sure what their budget's like nowadays. But again, every year I think Salford can get promotion. They always have such a huge wage bill, but never seem to. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Salford win.
That's what I was going to say, 1-0. Because it just does not look interesting, does it?
No.
Like, this is like a derby, this game, I think. Swindon versus Colchester. Have you seen who's the new manager of Colchester?
The Cowley brothers they got there now, haven't they?
How?
Impressive stuff.
How?
I'm going to think that's going to be down to location. I know they're from Essex and that sort of way, so I'm going to guess it'll be down to that. But I think they've also got a bit of resource down there at Colchester, which they're reasonably quiet about. But yeah, I saw the Cowley brothers about 8 or 9 years ago when they were managing at Concord Rangers many moons ago before they went to Braintree and then through to Lincoln, etc.
I've actually met Danny Cowley. Nice guy, real nice guy.
Seems very down to earth, isn't
he? Yeah.
So what are we thinking there? I think Colchester will sort this out, I think.
Right, Tom, you want me?
What are you thinking in this one? I'm thinking 2-1 Colchester.
Really?
Swindon aren't, apart from that win against Forest Green they've been sinking like a stone a bit, and they've lost their striker's gone back to Bradford on loan, hasn't he? From his loan.
Is that Jake Young? Yeah, Jake Young.
Right. So, I'm going 2-1 Colchester.
Who was it against Colchester?
Swindon versus Colchester. Swindon.
I'm just going to go for it. 1-1. Doesn't look interesting to me.
No.
So, yeah. So, let's just talk about Tranmere Rovers. Obviously, we did get the win. 4-2 last weekend. Great result. I got the prediction correct.
You did. Spot on, Alex. Spot on.
It was a great game. What did you think of the game last week? The way we played?
I thought we came out of the blocks brilliantly. I thought the first 10, 15 minutes, we could have got another goal in there. We seemed to be passing the ball around really well. And then Notts County started doing their thing, and we were lucky just to be at 2-1 down, let alone go in at 2-2 at half time.
Yeah.
And then second half, we accelerated brilliantly. We played absolutely. It's some of the best football I've seen us play for a while. We controlled the game. And we had plenty of chances. And it was lovely just seeing two wingers like Kieran Morris and Rob Apter just running rings around people, looking dangerous. The fullbacks overlapping as well.
Is Hawks the right winger?
He's played on the left a lot for us, but he probably can do a job on the right as well, I would have thought.
Because I honestly do think we need another winger.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to bring someone in. Let's talk about, was it Charlie Kirk, or he used to be at Crewe? Who's just been released from, I think there's been some rumours around him, but that's the Twitter rumours X rumours. And you see lots of those that are just like 16-year-old kids just trying to get a few follows, isn't it? But you're right. We need, if we're not getting Robbie Apter back, we need to try and get somebody else in, because you can't just rely on two wingers, especially when they both play on the left.
Yeah.
So
could you see an announcement being announced tomorrow, or do you reckon it'll be next week?
Nothing would surprise me really. From what I'm led to believe, from what I've heard, a few rumours I've heard flying around is that originally we were looking to have him on loan for the end of the season, but he did so well that I think his agent's been trying to tout him around everywhere else and looking at loan fees rather than just on loan for free, and paying the wages. So, but I think you'd like to think that Robbie Apter will be thinking, I know I'm loved there. I know what I'm doing up to there. Even if it's just on loan for the rest of the season, he'll put himself in the shop window brilliantly, and he could get himself a really good move at the end of it. But we'll see. What do you think?
One thing I don't want him to do, and that is go Wrexham next year.
Oh yeah, that would just ruin everything for us, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. You always look back at that Watford game and you think, oh, what a great day. Paul Mullen scored though, and then he's become the man he is. But you just don't want anyone going to Wrexham, and that's one of the scary things. Wrexham, if they want someone, can probably just go out and buy them.
I think it'd be really difficult to. Do you think it'd be difficult to bring him in with the price he could be, depending on how much he's on?
Possibly. I think one of the things that's difficult to understand is what our finances are really like. I don't think we fully know. There's always talk about a takeover. We don't know how far down the line that is. But yeah, it depends what sort of fee. If we look at it, he's had 6 decent months with us, or less than that even.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it's just in some great form or he's a quality player all round. At the moment, it looks like he's a brilliant player, but he could have a dip in form and do what Jake Cassidy did all those years back. But yeah, I think it depends how much. If we're looking at 50,000 to 100,000 pounds, maybe I think we could afford that possibly. But yeah, it all depends on the valuation. Also, how much can we offer compared to what Blackpool might be looking to offer him a new contract, or somewhere he might go next season.
Because he's out of contract at the end of the season.
So yeah, could be a nominal fee on that. So yeah, who knows? Fingers crossed we get him back. He's been such an exciting player to watch. I haven't seen
brilliant.
I haven't seen a player like him for a long time really at Rovers. And I think what Nigel Adkins was saying today about when he first came in, he had to learn a bit more of his job, and he had to come back and defend and work as a team. And he's done that. He's done everything we've asked of him. So
he's an exceptional player.
Yeah,
exceptional.
Yeah, I guess you've had a chat with him. Have you? You've seen him out on the ground, had a photo with him.
I've got a picture of him, and I just said to him, "Can you just please stay? Just stay."
What was his response?
Do you know what? Just get a leash, and then just rest him.
Absolutely, yeah. Just lock him in the basement at Prenton Park or something like that. Although he might need a bit of daylight and a bit of vitamin D. But I think. What was his response when he said to that, "Please stay"? Did he just laugh it off, did he?
He didn't laugh. He was just like, "We'll see what I can do." That's all he said, to see what I can do. But do you actually think he wants to stay, or do you think he wants to go to back to Blackpool?
I don't. I think one thing he won't want to do is go back and be a substitute or a bit part player somewhere after he's been, especially when you look at what the atmosphere was like on Saturday. What was it, Monday wouldn't it, for New Year's Day? A fantastic atmosphere. We're singing his name. He's scoring goals in front of a reasonably full cop. That's what you want to be. Well, he didn't score, but he set the goals up and celebrated and so forth. And that's what you want to be doing. You don't want to be playing under 23 football or coming on for 5 minutes at the end of a match in a failing Blackpool side. So yeah, I like to think hopefully he's only, was he 20 years old? I'm hoping he's not just getting an agent talking in his ear. He's got someone sensible saying, think about the longer term, think about your career, starting off doing well at this level rather than rotting in the reserves somewhere would be potentially a better option.
Have you heard any other news on players coming in, like midfielder, defender?
No, it seems to be reasonably quiet. I think we'd be keen to get rid of a couple of players off the bill. I think Paul Lewis is always one we're trying to tout away from the club, but I think he's one of the bigger earners, so we're not getting too many suitors for him at the moment. But no, it seems to be reasonably quiet on the rumour front. I think if it was 2 months ago, we'd be trying to get loads of rumours out because we were playing so badly, and we looked like we needed lots of reinforcements. Whereas at the moment,
so what do you think? What do you think we need to do to bring in?
I think we're going to need to replace Robbie Apter if he's not coming back. So we need to get somebody in that position.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the centre midfield, I think we're seeing the best of Regan. I think Regan Hendry was absolutely superb on Monday.
Yeah.
And if we can have him and someone holding like we had, I was impressed with Reece McAleer. I thought it was great to see him have a full 90 minutes. He put himself about. Yeah, I thought he played really well. And if I wouldn't have known, I wouldn't have known it wasn't Brad Walker there, because he seemed to be doing exactly what Brad Walker did and a bit more, maybe.
Would you think of Brad Walker? Do you think he's a good player?
2 months ago, I would have said no. Now I'm saying he's hit a bit of form and he's looking quite steady. It's just trying to keep him fit. And
Yeah,
it was only a niggle, apparently.
Yeah.
It was just a precaution, wasn't it, on Monday? What about you, Alex? What's your thoughts on Brad?
Well, I don't know about the thing. Why do you want him?
Who's that, Brad Walker? Are you talking me or
Yeah, Brad Walker. Yeah, sorry.
Do
Brad
I want him,
Walker.
mate? What do you think? Back it. What would you do
I think
on?
he's hit and miss.
He's got him and Reece McAleer. They both got the height. They both yeah. Actually, we've seen more of Brad Walker in recent weeks, and he's looked pretty decent. He put a great shift in at Salford.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to change outside from Monday when you think of how I thought Reece McAleer did a great job. So and he's a big lad like Brad as well. So I wouldn't be sad to see him in the starting lineup in terms of Reece McAleer. And alternatively, I wouldn't be too sad to see Brad in.
If you had the choice of bringing in a midfielder, who would you want to bring in?
Oh,
as a centre mid.
A centre mid. I'm thinking somebody. I'm always wanting a creative player. Who would I like to bring in?
Would you have a Cam?
Say again.
Would you have a Cam?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be my. I think we've got. I think we've got Walker, McAleer, Chris Merry when he comes back, who can do the holding role. I think we've got quite a few who can sit in that position. But having someone who's creative is a bit of a rarity. Who would I bring? I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who fits that role.
There's a player at Colchester that's like in a Cam. I think he scored against Tranmere last year or this season.
Oh,
sure he did.
I think I know you're on about. A creative player. I can't think of anyone at the top of my head that stands out. And I guess one of the frustrating things in this league is anyone who seems to be doing half decent would get purchased by Stockport, Wrexham, or Mansfield a lot of the time. But there's always the untried option of going with the Premier League youngsters or a Championship team youngster. But I think what we did with Robbie Apter was a great one. Someone on the fringes, offering a bit of first team football. We've seen it work quite well with Callum McDonald as well in the past. So yeah, I'm trying to think of someone like in that mould maybe who could come in. But I think it's always worth having a peek what's happening in the National League. And maybe Reece Hughes, if he comes back and does. I know he's been in and out of the Curzon Ashton squad in the National League North, but yeah, he could be someone to potentially come in and if he's does well in what he's done at Curzon. So who'd be on top of your list, Alex?
For me, I do think we need a proper centre mid that knows what they're doing, like strong, big, that doesn't take any mick about being on the pitch. Like being a bit like a Paul Scholes.
Yeah.
But a bit like a Perkins.
Yeah. Energy.
I think that is what we need.
Yeah, and that was the signing that turned that 18-19 season around, wasn't it? In that extra energy. He's just everywhere, box to box midfielder. The old fashioned sort of midfielder who you don't see too much of now. Because you often have either CDM, as you say, or a Cam. So, a Perkins style player would be perfect.
Yeah, I think someone like Perkins at Tranmere would be perfect. Would be. Maybe like a centre midfielder right next to him.
Yeah.
If we're going to be playing 4-4-2.
Yeah, if we get those wingers going forward like we have been seeing in recent weeks.
I'm going to say this as well. I think we need to bring in the striker as well.
Yeah, I would agree. It was
because if Norris is still going to be injured, we need the striker.
Yeah, this is
because we can't keep relying on Saunders. I don't think Saunders is that great, in my opinion. I don't think he's as good as what everyone says he is. Who else? I'm not a fan of Paul Lewis. Not a fan.
No, I think we've. I don't think there's any more we can see of him that's going to change our mind, is there? I think he's. He's had spells in his side, never done much.
I'll support him. I'll support him if he's playing. I'll support him. But as a player, I don't think he's as good as what everyone says he is.
No, he gets the odd goal here and there, but it's not. It's generally just. Yeah, he's not creative. Yeah. He's not. You don't know. He's not attacking. He's not defensive. He's not box to box. I don't know what he is really. If I see him in the starting lineup, I'm not massively infused when if I ever see him there. So yeah. But I think you're right about the strikers because we've got that seems to be where our injuries always seem to come. We've got Dennis and Norris injured at the moment. Harvey Saunders.
Dennis is back in training. He's back in training. But
again, he hasn't hit the heights we thought he might. And like I say, Harvey Saunders, he's got the effort. He puts it in, and I was thinking of subbing him before he scored on
awesome.
On Lance, but yeah, go for it.
It's like what was I going to say? It's like I just think we need a striker and a winger, and I think we'd be fine because I've even said this to myself. If we have up there until the end of the season, I think we'll get in playoffs. I really do believe that because the form we're on is incredible.
Yeah.
I think not. And plus, we should have played up there when he came, not give him a few games on the bench, if you know what I mean. Graeme, do you have YouTube? Someone's asking.
Let's have a look. Oh, hi, Kev. That's what Kev's got to say. Thank you very much, Kev. That's very kind of you to say. I haven't got a YouTube. Well, I do have a YouTube channel, but it is just full of boring. Well, I just use it to watch things, and it has a few old Tranmere matches on it, and that's about it. That I've old tapes I found. So it's not the most exciting of streams. So I haven't got a channel like Alex has, which is top rate. So no, I'll just be a guest of Alex.
I'm nearly at 1,000 as well, so that is good. So
fantastic, great progress, Alex.
But yeah, so I'm going Swindon in a few weeks, and then I'll be doing Grimsby. Are you?
I'll be at Swindon. I'll be there, and Grimsby is. I'm just trying to work that one out. It's one of the. Have you been to Grimsby before?
Yes, last year.
And we lost that one. It's one of those ones I haven't been to yet, and it's one I want to get on the list. But it is for me. It is about a 5.5 hour journey, I think, across.
Really?
Yeah, it's right across the other side of the country for me. So it can be if the traffic's not great, it's around five and a bit hours. But yeah, it's about 3 hours for us, I think. Yeah, it's like a diagonal line from where I am in Bristol across the country to that side of Lincolnshire. But they had a crazy result on Saturday, didn't they? Monday, they won up at half time and lose 6-1.
Who?
Grimsby.
Really?
They played Walsall at home to Walsall, and they won up at half time and then just ended up losing 6-1. Absolutely.
Do you
crazy
think we'll
stuff.
beat Grimsby at their place?
If we carry on as we are at the moment, like you say, I can see us making the playoffs. I can't believe I'm saying that after what I thought a couple of months ago. But our form, and it's not just our form, it's the way we're playing as well. I think we get as much as I love Mickey Mellon. When we hit good form, we weren't always playing brilliant football. Whereas actually some of the stuff we're playing is fantastic.
When you've been saying we're going to get playoffs and that, do you think we'll bring in the players like Zavapta to bring him in to the next season as well? Or do you think he'll go somewhere else?
I could see him go. It depends. Yeah, I could see him go if he comes to us for the rest of the season, maybe, or he stays at Blackpool. If he stays at Blackpool, I think he'll be at Blackpool for the rest of, for the foreseeable, maybe, unless he really excels. If he comes to us and does well for the next 6 months or so, we'll be signing permanently. If he comes to us on loan, I think he'll probably end up potentially going to a high-end League One or Championship club if he carries on the way he's going, because I haven't seen any players in this league that look better than Robbie up to at the top of his game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you were saying, we're going. I think we need to win on Saturday because Barrow got their first defeat in the last 15 games because they've got a good home record, but for their away form, it's not great. But
So yeah,
we just need to pick up points from away games.
Yeah.
I'll happily take a draw on Saturday. Happily.
Yeah.
But just don't get battered.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're lucky. I say lucky to be playing them. Like you said, they lost the first game for a while. They've had a couple of draws before that.
Yeah.
We're probably playing them at as right a time as we could be. I think we're all surprised at the Barrow that turned up first game of the season because I thought we played pretty well when we lost on 2-1 to them. And they scored a cracking goal and they had a deflected goal. And they've kicked on. But yeah, saying that I feel very odd at the moment. I feel confident going into every game that we can get a result. And that's quite a strange feeling as a Tranmere fan. I'm not sure about that one at the moment. I need to check the diary. When that is that's a week on Saturday, 13th, isn't it, that one? 13th. I don't think I'm around for that one. No, but I should. But yeah, not around for that one. But I am the 20th for the Swindon match, and then we've got 27th, which is Grimsby away, isn't it? Which I'm working on.
Have you bought your ticket yet?
No, so they come out today, haven't they, on sale? So I'll be getting one for me and Matty, and there's a few others from the. There's always quite a few from the southwest. Tranmere, we've got quite a few Tranmere fans down this way. You'll be there.
Okay, a video on for the Swindon game.
Sounds good. You're down at the front again, are you?
As always.
That's great. That position you get down there, right
it's
at the
front,
front, view, right in the back.
It's a great view.
Right on the pitch.
It's a great view.
Yeah, I'm going to make you feel very young now. My first game was away at Swindon. I was mascot in 17th of March, 1992. John Aldridge, Ian Muir, Pat Nevin in the side. No, you weren't even a thought in anyone's eye at that point, I'm sure. And and we lost 2-0. But that was my first game. And I scored 5 goals past Eric Nix in the warm-up. And I got £1 for each goal off my dad. So I felt like a millionaire after that. But yeah, and it was a very cold Tuesday night.
Really? I've actually been there on the Tuesday night. It's an absolute trek, isn't it?
It is for you, not for me. It's only about 45 minutes for me from here. So it's
really?
One of my local ones.
It's about 3 hours for us. About 3.5.
Yeah, it's I've seen us I've seen us lose an awful lot of time. We've got a generally terrible record down there, haven't we? And
I've actually never seen us lose.
What, Swindon?
I've never seen us lose.
You're a lucky man.
You know why? I've seen us draw 0-0 and I've seen us draw 1-1 last year and the year before.
Yeah, that's so you've been there twice, yeah.
And for this year, I think we'll win. I really do think we'll win. If we have the likes of Abda in the team, I think we'll win.
Yeah, I think the last few times we played Swindon, the one time when the season we went up, when we were 2-0 up early doors and then Jay Harris got sent off, until Jay Harris got sent off, we were battering them. We were absolutely fantastic. The 0-0 game, which was just after the COVID season, we were looking pretty good. We could have got a win there as well. Well, Joe Murphy had a stormer. Then last season, we went 1-0 up, didn't we, with Josh Hawkes looking good?
Yeah, it was a good goal as well.
Yeah, brilliantly played goal that. So yeah, I think we can break that hoodoo and get that win, especially if the current form table continues. And who would have thought a few weeks back when Swindon were in the playoffs, we were second from bottom, and now we're above in the league. It's a crazy league.
So where do you find all your transfer rumours for Tranmere then?
A few WhatsApp groups that I'm in, Twitter, and just a few old mates. I used to go to uni in Chester, so I've kept in touch with a few Tranmere fans from up there who know someone who knows someone who knows someone, and a lot of the rumours don't come off, but yeah, you hear the odd one. And
I've got a feeling. I don't know if this is going to happen. Abda is going to be announced on Saturday for when we're playing Barrow. Because who's going to be on the wing?
Yeah. Yeah, they could bring Hawks in, but it's not as natural. So they get, yeah. That would be. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Alex. That would make my weekend.
It's happened before, though, hasn't it? It's happened before. We've signed a player on that day, and they've played.
Yeah, it's not unheard of. So we could, yeah, especially if they keep it quiet, everything in the background.
Someone said there's going to be an announcement next week about Abdef to sign him. But I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, it was interesting that we haven't, although Nigel Adkins has talked about it, yeah, we haven't done an official announcement saying his loan's finished, he's gone back, and thank you very much for everything you've done, which you would normally see at that point. So I see that as a positive. It might not be the end of the Robbie Apter at Tranmere saga.
Let's hope it's not.
Fingers crossed.
So we've done all the predictions now. Or is there any games on Monday, Tuesday?
Let's have a look what we got here. What day are we on?
Monday or
let's
Tuesday.
let's get the flash scores after and have a look. What date we're looking at on Monday is going to be the 8th, isn't it? There's just the one FA Cup match, isn't it, which you've covered, the Wigan Man United one. Unless you're interested in Botswana versus Mozambique, which is on Monday at 1 o'clock. Nah.
Yeah. Right. Was that the last one?
Yeah, that looks like it's the last one.
Right, okay. So, yeah. Guys, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, it would be amazing if you can get me to 1,000. That'd be real good. Especially if we can do it before the end of the season, that'd be real good. Oh shit! I forgot. Sorry, I literally forgot. My bad. Sorry. Forgot to get my mate involved. I literally forgot.
There's plenty going on in the world, isn't there? These things.
You can be in next week's. You can be in next week's. It's fine. So, are you free next week or anything? Graeme.
Oh, me? Sorry, am I free next week? I could well be. Yes, I may well be free. So yeah, if you need me, just give me a shout. What was it?
I said 3-1. I said 3-1 Sunderland.
I went 2-2, didn't I? I think
I went 3-1 Sunderland.
What's Kev's thoughts on this one?
Kev, what's your thoughts on that? I said 3-1 because I just don't think Newcastle is as good as what everyone says they are. So,
yeah, especially with all the injuries they've got now, I think we're gonna, they're falling like a rock at the moment.
Oh, definitely. So, but yeah, so other than that, I'll probably be, hang on, what's the date? Next week is
Monday is the 8th next
I'll probably do my predictions Wednesday or Thursday. Depends what I'm doing.
Super. Well, if you need me, give me a shout. Otherwise, I'll be watching.
Cheers. Been watching my videos lately?
I have, yeah. I've been seeing it. Yeah, absolutely. Saw me and Matthew watching it on the way back from Notts County.
Did you watch the video when me and you were on it on Monday?
Oh, yes. We were watching that on the way back in the car. You got it on blooming quick, didn't you? You edited that one quickly. Fair play. By the time we got on the M6, it was, you were on there.
Yeah, I think I put out about 6, just 6:15, 6:30.
Flipping heck. Fair play. That's some service, isn't it? You don't get many like that. That's just an hour after the game's finished, pretty much. That's impressive and edited as well. Impressive. Good work,
Because
mate.
I know how to do it easy because just do it on my phone and it just does it for me. So happy days.
Superb. Top service. Oh, Kev's a Sunderland fan, is he?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
He is. He's a proper Mackham then. Yeah, I do. I have a soft spot for the Mackhams.
Yes, to be fair, I prefer Sunderland over Newcastle every day of the week. I just think Sunderland's a better team.
Yeah, absolutely. And
plus, they've actually had a few United players. They've had Diallo, Kim Richardson, Bardsley, and probably
John O'Shea went there, Wes Brown.
John O'Shea, Wes Brown, fucking decent players.
Yeah. Yeah. And Sunderland Till I Die, one of my favourite programmes as well to watch. I like watching that.
I think they need to make their another one, I think.
Yeah, mate. It was the one time they actually get promotion. We haven't seen it, have we? So, or the two, yeah. So,
I think the first series is better than the second one.
Yeah.
Definitely, because there's more things to it because you can actually see what is actually going on.
Yeah, there's a few more episodes, and and you've got James Vaughan in it as well. The second series you can see Max Power in there as well, don't you? So a few Tranmere connections in there, but yeah, it was very enjoyable. And Sunderland. I haven't been to Broker Park yet, so not Broker Park. I was flipping it. That's been gone for nearly 30 years. The Stadium of Light. Sorry, I haven't
never been.
No, never been.
Wow, I've been.
Did you go to when we played there? And we lost.
Was it 5-0? Got beat 5-0.
Didn't and
I left when we were 4-0. I left when we were 4-0 down. I was like, nah, I'm not watching this.
Yeah, well, I remember that one being at home watching, thinking, I think it was an October game, if I remember rightly. And I think
I was trying to get it was on my dad's birthday, and I was like thinking, I'm not watching all this game because that is the first time ever I've actually left a game early. That's the first time ever.
Yeah, it was it
was that bad.
I was quite glad I couldn't get the time off work again for that one because I just started a new job at the time, so I wasn't able to attend that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a Kev from Ireland as well. It's fantastic.
I'd love to go to Newcastle though. I'd love to go to Newcastle ground.
Yeah, I've been to Newcastle. I've seen both Sunderland and Newcastle ground from a distance, but never watched matches in there. It's
I bet you from the outside it looks massive.
You can see it from everywhere as well, can't you? That ground, it's in Newcastle, and the train you can see it from miles off. But same with Sunderland. But then and when you think when Sunderland's ground got built, it was one of the biggest grounds around as well. Once that and it held some England internationals there as well, and it's also a lovely coastline up there, isn't it, Alex? If you have been up down in the northeast.
Also, just to let you guys know, I am going to my second Man United women's game in May.
Oh.
Manchester United versus Chelsea. Last game of the season at Old Trafford. Tickets were only 12 quid, so I'm going to try and get that sorted this week. And yeah.
Fantastic.
And there will be a vlog there because vlogging at Old Trafford would be a dream. So that'd be real good.
Do it, mate.
So the videos will be coming back. If we make any signings before Saturday, which we probably won't, but you never know. But there will be a video after the game against Barrow, and then obviously the week after we do play MK Dons. I honestly think we'll beat MK Dons 3-0.
I'll settle for that, Alex, again. But yeah, and any way of getting 3 points. As I said on just before the game on Monday, I'm getting old and my heart can't take too much. And I said a nice 1-0 win would have been nice, but 4-2 like we had. Until we got that last penalty, my heart was in my mouth, even though we seemed to be controlling the game.
What were you just before we go? What did you think of the penalties? The first penalty, I honestly thought it was like, I don't know.
What in terms of should it have been a penalty? Do you think?
Definitely it was.
No, definite penalties. Yeah,
both of them were definite pens. But
yeah,
do you know what I'd have done? Give one to out there.
Yeah, Yeah, it was. That's the thing. When without Josh Hawkes in the pitch, I'm looking around who's taking this, and yeah, it wasn't the best penalty. I was thinking just whack it down the middle. You could see it looked like the keeper was going to move to his side,
Well,
but
the second penalty, he placed it.
Yeah, this is what we needed to do, and the celebrations were fantastic after that, wasn't it? Our whole team getting in a huddle, and stuff like that. And that showed your forgiveness.
The atmosphere was
brilliant. That second half especially was fantastic, wasn't it? And as soon as Notts County equalised, we kept singing, and when they made it 2-1, it got a bit quiet at that point, but we didn't hear a peep out of Notts County second half, and it's very odd how Langstaff decided to have a go at our fans in the corner after the second goal, but yeah, he had a bit of if you have he celebrated in front of our fans and had a bit of a word with them or something like that. So yeah, it's quite nice to throw that back in his face at the end of the day.
You know, their manager's meant to be going to Swansea.
Yeah, I've seen that today. Yeah, so we seem to have a trend of managers playing against Tranmere and then disappearing, either being given a sack or off elsewhere.
But even though their manager was saying, "Oh, Abder was brilliant. He's brilliant."
Yeah, I thought their manager spoke quite well actually after the game. You often hear a bit of bitterness, but he was saying about how we played all right. He said, like you said, Rob Apter, he said was superb, and that both were penalties. And yeah, he's just more upset with his team rather than having to go at us. So that was quite refreshing.
I think he's a good manager. I think he's a brilliant manager.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job there. So,
do you know what? I'd have made Tranmere if Nigel Adkins wasn't our manager.
Yeah, definitely. And they're the sort of clubs you want back. You want not the likes of Notts County and some of the decent grounds to go to with a bit of history.
You've been Notts County?
No, I've been to Forest, but not to County's ground. So
what's Forest like? Never been for. I've seen the Forest ground, but never been.
What's that? Which ground? Which grounds? Counties. Forest. What was the question again? Sorry, Alex. Was it what's Forest grounds like or counties?
Yeah, what's it like, Forest? I've never been.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash of it's a not nice enough ground, but it's yeah. We went and lost 1-0 in 2005-06 season, and that was the ground was. You take it for granted then because we went to all these big grounds, which we don't get too many of them now. But yeah, good atmosphere in there, full route, all enclosed sort of stadium, really. Mm-hmm. Proper old football ground. Yeah, I like it. It's they're the sort of places you want to be playing at rather than Salford or Forest Green.
Are you going Forest Green?
Yeah, I'll be there for that one. Yeah, that's just a 15-minute drive for me from here. So
next month, isn't it?
I think it is, isn't it? I think it's sometime in Feb. I did get
February 24th, I think.
February 24th. Yes, you're right. Yeah, February 24th. So yes, I'll be there for that one.
I should be. But I'll be in the home end, I think.
Yeah, is that what it is?
But the best thing about it is being in the home end. I'll be right next to the Tranmere lot. The Tranmere coaches. So a win's a win. A win is a win.
Fantastic. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm going to go off because we've done everything that we've said we'll do. So thanks for being on.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me, Alex. It's been a pleasure. And keep up the good work. It's you're a great asset to the club and doing your vlogs. And let's get you up to 1,000 subscribers, and then who knows what's after that.
Just one more thing. If I was going to get a player on this, if I could, who would you say? Who do you reckon I should try and get?
Who to get on here? That's it. I'm trying to. Connor Jennings is a top bloke, isn't he? He's a really nice chap.
But I don't know if he'd do it.
I'm trying to think. You want someone who's going to have a bit of a laugh. Who's a bit of a nut. Kieran Morris, I think, could do it. Regan Hendry could be a bit of a I think Kieran Morris, he gets a bit of the Mickey taken out of him, I think, at the club. So I think he could be something.
I think the way he is when he's going the games, I don't know. But I'd say someone like Regan Hendry, maybe.
Yeah. That would be,
Or this one, you'll love it, Joe Murphy.
Oh, he'd be brilliant, yeah. Joey Murphy would be superb. He's a top guy, isn't he? He's a good laugh as well. Yes. Let's do it. Let's see if Kev's got his Irish roots. Let's see if Kev can use his influence with Joe Murphy and see if he can get him in. But yeah, no, I think Joe Murphy will be spot on there, Alex. Let's see.
Do you know what? I could actually ask him.
Do it. What have you got to lose? Why not?
I tried to ask him, who's our assistant manager?
Neil Dans.
I asked him.
Yeah.
And he didn't get back to me.
I've
got Connor Robson, but he's not really a strong player because he never gets a game.
Yeah, he's got potential there, but yeah, he's like you say, he's not known by everyone at the moment. So yeah, but yeah, Joey Murphy. Everyone.
If I get Joey Murphy on, that'll be boss.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll put your subscriptions through the roof there, mate.
Should do. It should do. But
a bit of marketing and we'll be sorted, mate. Yeah, we'll get it done. Let's see.
You don't ask, you don't get. That's all.
Exactly.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, he's a very approachable chap, isn't he, as well, Joe? So he'll be worth a chat before one of the games, wouldn't he?
I'll ask him, but just see what he says.
Yeah, why not?
See what he says.
Good shout.
Who else do you reckon I should get if I can't get him?
Who else could you get if not him? Dave Higgins. What about an old one like Dave Higgins? Higgy, when he's doing, he does a commentary.
Do you reckon he'll do it?
I don't know. He might do. He might. Yeah, it'd be good to get his opinions on stuff, wouldn't it? About what's going on at the moment. Yeah, he might be up for it. Again, if you don't ask, you never know, do you, Alex?
Do you know, right? So, there is one that I'd love to have on, but he is a former Trump player. You will know who he is, Alan Marn.
Oh, yeah. Well, top. Yeah.
I've actually got his Wigan shirt.
Have you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, he's a character and a half as well, isn't he, Alan Marn? He's a top chap.
Nice guy, really nice guy. Because when my mum was working in Jacobs in Nepal, my mum said there was a footballer in her work, and I was like thinking, I'm like, who? I was like, it was Alan Marn. I was like thinking, perfect time because he used to play for Tromsø as well. A win is a win.
Absolutely. Superb.
So I was trying. I'll tell you what I might do. Do you have Instagram?
I don't use it very much, but I do have it, yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Send it me. I'll message you my Instagram, yeah.
Right. Yeah, sweet. So I'm gonna leave everyone now because I think we've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. So
top stuff.
So brilliant. Hopefully I will see you next week. If you want to be on, I'll see what I can do. Try and get some people on.
Yeah, give me a shout. Yeah, happy to help whenever I can, Alex.
All right, cheers, mate.
See ya. See ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.